Hello, welcome back to the fifth quarter. We're here today to talk about the Steelers' win at the New York Giants, defending Super Bowl champs. The Steelers snapped a 4-game Giants win streak and extended their own win streak to 3, which is a
They're starting to stack them now.
Yeah, they are. They're stacking them. And really, the Steelers played quite well, I think, in all phases.
Well, and they overcame an awful lot because there were a couple of calls that were quite questionable, not only by the officials but by the Steelers coaching staff, and I'm referring to the fake field goal. But they overcame an awful lot and did what they had to do to win the game, and I really thought did some great things defensively at periods in the game. Offensively, they ran the football against the Giants. Isaac Redmond was really good.
Yes.
And how about the special teams? There's some big returns.
Yeah.
It's nice not to see those yellow hankies during the returns.
Right. You know, the Steelers defense played well throughout the game. I don't have all the numbers right in front of me, but at halftime I know Eli Manning's passer rating was near single digits. I mean, it was well less of 20.
Well, I think they only, and I could be wrong, they only gained 82 yards in the first half, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But what happened was, what made their totals, and it doesn't show up in the yardage totals, is there were a couple of big penalties that gave them big yardage in the first half. 97 yards. They held them under 100 yards in the first half.
Yes, and in the fourth quarter, they were minus yards, the Giants. They were minus 12 or 11, I think, something like that. 9 plays they ran, 3 3-and-outs. The Steelers defense really just clamped down.
Well, we were talking about a signature win. This, I think, ranks right up there with the win against New England last year at home, which was a signature win in that season.
Right, by far their best performance on the road this year. And overall, just a tremendous all around. I think what we saw in this game, as well as the previous game, was this is what Todd Haley's offense is. It's what it's supposed to be. Steelers are finally getting it, whether there was a large learning curve or what. They're getting it. Ben Roethlisberger was outstanding post game, talking about how this is what we do. And if we have to run the ball every play, that's what we'll do. The receivers and the tight ends will block. If we have to pass every down, the running backs will block and help those guys get open.
You may disagree with me, but I think the biggest single change in this metamorphosis of the Steelers into playing some really good football has been the offensive line. The offensive line has come along by leaps and bounds.
Yes, and they, they've worked in the last couple of drafts to improve the offensive line, a couple or 3 drafts. But they have some quality players up there now. Ramon Foster is playing well at guard, as is Willie Colon.
Willie Colon is really playing well.
I think he's found a home at guard.
And Mike Adams, every once in a while, he'll make a rookie mistake, but he has graded out pretty well.
Right, He gave up an early sack to Justin Tuck, and came back and had a pretty strong performance.
And Max Starks, there were a couple of plays where he sealed the edge and sealed it with authority. So everybody was worried about the running backs too, because Dwyer didn't play, and Mendenhall was out, and Redmond actually came in the game. By his own admission, he's still nicked up with the ankles. And what a performance he gave.
26 carries, 147 yards, and the game-clinching touchdown at the end. Overall, I mean, you're beating the defending Super Bowl champs, and from reading the New York papers, it had been a kind of a rough 3-game winning streak, 4-game winning streak for the Giants.
Well, they feel Eli is not playing up to his capabilities, and they're on him pretty good. But and by Ben's standards, it wasn't a really sharp game for Ben. He made a couple of mistakes and did some things, but did what he needed to do to win. And I really like this win. Now they got to keep building on this momentum. You can't afford to have a letdown against a poor. And all you got to do is mention 2 words: Oakland and Tennessee, to get their attention.
And those words were brought up quite a bit in the locker room, and one by one the players kept saying, well, the difference is we won these games. And they won it because of the defense and because of the offense and because of the special teams. The big news coming up this week is Todd Haley's kind of reunion with the Kansas City Chiefs, where he was the head coach. We will take a look at that game coming up. Kansas City at Pittsburgh for a Monday nighter. We'll look at that next time. Till then, thanks for tuning in.